back to Photo Finds. I'm Mikey.
And this is Lauren.
And together we'll be hosting this week's show. All the photos on the show were taken between February 9th and February 16th. We're going to start off at Epcot. This picture was taken at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, and it's the line for the guest relations at Epcot. And as you could see, it's about 30 people deep. The line probably twists and turns once you're inside, and this is where you make your dining reservations. Double check your FastPass Plus reservations, I assume. If you need any help with your magic bands, this is where you go. Best advice you can give anybody who goes to a theme park: go early. And I mean, be there when it opens at 9 a.m. Get yourself your coffee and get to the park when it opens, because then you'll avoid things like this. This is the FastPass Plus distribution at Epcot, the first one you encounter, the first major one you encounter. You'll see behind that crowd of people right there, that's where the tip board is. And there's about, I can't even guesstimate how many people are there, but this is again at 11:30 a.m. And if you show up early, you wouldn't have to deal with this crowd here. And obviously there's other FastPass Plus distribution areas, but this is the first one you see, so it's usually the most crowded.
As you know, the Flower and Garden Festival is starting on March 5th, and these signs are popping up just about everywhere to let people know that there is something in the process of being built behind there. As soon as you walk into Epcot, there is that big garden in front of Spaceship Earth. Right now it's just flowers and wildflowers, and I can't wait to see the topiary that they put up for the Flower and Garden Festival. It's always a great focal point, and I definitely look forward to it every year. This is the start of the butterfly pavilion that they have every year. This is just the wiring, so I can't wait till that's finished as well. This is the path from Future World into the countries. As you can see to the left of the Imagination Pavilion, there's a green mesh fence which they are building behind there. It looks as if they're putting a playground back there. There's a slide and some monkey bars, and definitely looks like it'll be fun for the kids this year. Maybe some definitely monkey bars. I see them there. This is as if you're standing in the countries and you're looking out into Tomorrowland towards the Imagination Pavilion. There was an area that didn't have any flowers or anything, which they were building and on Tuesday, and then on Sunday it was finished and it has the bright flowers and everything was done and ready to go for the Flower and Garden Festival.
Now, this might have been part of the reason why Epcot was so busy this day. There was this I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to say they're cheerleaders or dancers or just twirlers. I'm not sure, but there was some sort of performance that was going to be happening with a bunch of girls throwing sticks that spin around a bunch. So this happened between the two stores. As soon as you walk into World Showcase, they were setting it up. This was around 11:45 on Sunday. So this might be a part of why Epcot was so busy that morning. And then we saw them setting up this playground. This is kind of like, we were standing by that car wash by Test Track, and we saw it off in the distance. I tried to take a photo. This is a photo over the bush, and then I thought I'd be funny and try and take a photo through the bush, and I thought I had a really good shot, but it turns out that I took a photo of a bike rack in front of the playground.
I had been hearing a lot about this croissant donut, and I thought I really wanted to try it, and it was definitely worth the wait. It was delicious. A little bit messy, a lot of cinnamon and sugar, but definitely worth it. I recommend it.
Parking was so crazy at Epcot this day that they had overflow for the special assistance handicap parking on the grass. This is like on the right side if you're looking at Spaceship Earth coming out of the parking area. Here's a better view of it. Up on the grass with just nothing but a bike rack blocking it from grass to sidewalk. There were just a couple things worth noting over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Let's head over there, and as you can see, the tip board has been construction walled. You can only imagine that this is going to be another FastPass Plus distribution area. Of course, this will probably be the first one you encounter when you enter the park, so anticipate big crowds around it. And like the other parks, you could probably find other FastPass Plus distribution areas around it, but within the park itself. But as you can see, they kind of moved just the chalkboard off of the pre-existing tip board and moved it onto the construction wall, so that looks kind of funny. And now let's quickly move into the animation building, and these are the current movie posters that are posted up kind of on that second level there above where the character meet and greets are on the way to that theater. In the back you have Disney Pixar's The Good Dinosaur, Disney's Planes, Fire and Rescue, where's Pixar? On this one you have Disney's Pixar's Inside Out, and the last one is Disney's Big Hero 6. Now let's head on over to the Magic Kingdom. And the first thing I noticed at the Magic Kingdom when I went was this wall around City Hall. I went to go ahead and get more photos of it, but I got distracted by this person. And that was actually this cast member, is the same guy in that vine that I just showed you from the Maraschino Step. I've known that he's a cast member at the Frontierland train station. I just never seen him in the park before, and seeing him walking in front of me just kind of distracted me from taking any further photos of City Hall. So I apologize. I'll see what's going on at City Hall my next trip to the Magic Kingdom. But this area, this walled off area, is actually the outside dining area from Casey's, the hot dog place. If I had a better photo, on the left would be Jim the piano player, and this is on the right is all the dining tables all blocked off.
This is a very rare sight. No line for Dole Whips. So this would have been a perfect time to grab your Dole Whip.
And here we are still in Adventureland. This is the facade that's up kind of where the Aladdin and Jasmine meet and greet is at the Agrabah Marketplace. I don't know what's going on back there. I assume that it's been made public knowledge somewhere. I would guess that it's a FastPass Plus distribution center, but whatever. Over here, the Tiki room, the Enchanted Tiki room, you got some more construction walls that extend all the way from the left of the entrance completely down the side, and it goes almost all the way to that Captain Jack Sparrow show down over there that's adjacent to the entrance of Pirates of the Caribbean. Continuing on into Frontierland, Splash Mountain is undergoing its annual or biannual maintenance, where they usually drain all the water out of it. And this is kind of ironic that this is a picture spot when it's not a very nice picture. You can kind of see the construction guys up on Chickapin Hill. It's always kind of cool seeing Splash Mountain without any water in it because, you know, splash just implies that it's always wet. But anyway, going back through Frontierland, this used to be Donald Duck's meet and greet area where he used to sport the Davy Crockett hat. Now you can find Chip and Dale in kind of western cowboy get-up with cowboy hats and handkerchiefs around their neck. This is over in Fantasyland. This is in front of Winnie the Pooh. It's like a wall with a tarp over it. I don't know. There's something going on in the middle of it. I don't know if they're patching the sidewalk, but this is in front of Winnie the Pooh. And going back into Tomorrowland really fast, this is an old photo from last week's photo finds when they had the construction wall up to where the old Legacy FastPass distribution was by Buzz. Now the walls are down and there's a new FastPass Plus distribution center pretty much across from where there's another FastPass Plus distribution center in Tomorrowland. So there's two right there as soon as you walk in from the hub. And then if you go to around by where the restrooms are, where this is a Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe that faces the restrooms in Fantasyland, kind of where the Cheshire Cat Cafe is, pretty much. There's something going on back there. It's just probably normal refurbishment. And now here's Lauren with the biggest news coming out of Fantasyland this week. Let's hear it.
As you can see, they removed one of the walls for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It definitely gives onlookers a better view of the track and a better view of the ride itself makes me a little more excited for when it finally opens. This is a new snack cart, which is right across from the Little Mermaid. It doesn't ever seem to have that big of a line, so if you are thirsty or just want a quick bite, definitely try this one out.
And I'm not exactly sure if this is new since the wall's been down or if this was there before the wall was down, but you have this Disney Vacation Club alcove to where you can sign up or learn more about Disney Vacation Club. Now let's head on over to Universal Orlando, and we're going to start off right away with some Potter Watch because there's not much to update as far as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is concerned. Over at Islands of Adventure, you have these walls up on either side in Lost Continent right before you enter Hogsmeade. On the left, it used to be Midway Games, but they have been demolished since this photo has been taken. So there's absolutely nothing behind the wall on the left right now. And on the right, they're building the train station, I believe, and there's no more signs of games on the right either. They have been demolished on both sides. Back over at Universal Studios Florida, this is in the San Fran Peak window. You could see that sign has been covered. And then this is from the Fear Factor window from just a couple days ago. Not much going on, just some guys working. Everything must be going on behind the scenes nowadays. We're not going to see too much up front, I think, until probably that road is paved, and then we could start seeing the night bus and other things going on up front. And here we have Disaster. On the right, there's a facade up, and I believe currently they made that facade to look like an actual building front. So I don't have a current photo, but this is to give you an idea how big this facade is. And then let's talk about Mardi Gras. This is from Saturday. This past Saturday, Mardi Gras. I can't remember who was playing that Saturday at Mardi Gras. I really just can't put my finger on it. Anyway, there were people already lined up at 11 a.m. to see whoever it was. But let's talk about the characters, because the week before I was in Universal for the first week of Mardi Gras, it was raining, so these characters all were walking around without their stilts. So I actually had the chance to see them in their full costumes with stilts on. So it's pretty cool to see that. I haven't hung around for a parade yet. I always like to just go in and see the characters walking around the park and taking their photo ops with regular guests before they have to go do their parade duties. I was actually able to see a band play at the French Quarter Courtyard, and just some other Mardi Gras characters standing around doing meet and greets. Now this is something kind of cool that Universal does in both their parks. They have some team members standing at the gate waving goodnight to guests as they leave when the park closes. So you got on the left a team member from The Mummy, then Twister, then you have Transformers, and all the way on the right is a team member from Shrek. And they do this at Islands of Adventure also, which is kind of cool. And that just about wraps it up. I'm going to leave you with this moment. At least you're not this guy standing outside of The Mummy watching 50 book bags while the rest of his party is enjoying the ride. You guys have an awesome week. Thanks for watching.